Welcome back. I'm in the process of playing some new bots on chess.com. Actually, I don't know if they're new, but I just noticed them, and that's these coach bots here, just underneath the Women's History Month bots. I played Coach Danny and Coach May, and now I'm on to Coach Dante, who's rated 1200 from Canada, and I sometimes struggle against bots rated 1200. I always struggle against bots higher than that, but 1200 bots have been known to give me trouble, so there's no guarantee I will win this game. I'm going to let the computer choose the colors and see what happens. I will do my best. We're going to get the Barnes opening. I only know that because it says it there on the, just above me, right over there. Barnes opening, F3. That can't be good, right? I should respond to that with E5, which prepares the fool's mate if the next move is G4. I'm going to play E5 and see what Coach Dante does in response. It says it's the Barnes opening Hammerschlag variation. Is that the Bong Cloud? It says it's the Barnes opening, but I think that's just the Bong Cloud, right? Or is the Bong Cloud when they play E3 and then put the king here? I don't know, but that seems really bad. What in the world? I could check, but they're just going to block with the pawn. But it gets a piece out. Let's get a piece out. Okay, they blocked with the pawn. All right. I mean, I could check here too, but that would be worse. So let's get another piece out and prepare to castle. And hopefully Dante will do something a little bit better after this. And I can't take that back once he takes because the queen is now protecting that square. I'm going to have to drop this bishop back. Maybe that's part of the opening. I don't know. But I do know that I need to put this bishop someplace. And I don't know if I want to put it there. But it can't be bad, right? That can't be horrible. Okay, and I think I can go here to threaten that pawn, which can't move right now. Well, I'm going to take that pawn and check. And see where the king goes. It went over there, where I can check it again with this knight and then win the bishop, unless the king goes here to get out of check. Okay, but if the king goes here to get out of check, I can move this pawn to check with this bishop, or I can just check again right now. I don't know what's better. I really don't. Let's check again with this bishop. Oh, it went over there. Okay, so now I can check again by moving this pawn. All right. This is a very, very odd. A very, very odd opening. I'm in move 10 and their king is on H3. And I would sure love to have discovered something here with this knight, but I can't right now because of where their bishop is. I can kick their bishop out maybe, or force this trade. Are they going to trade for that knight? No, they're not. They came here to attack my bishop with their queen, which is defended. So I'm going to take this bishop with my pawn, which will be a check. I'm not sure what they can do. I guess they have to go back there. Okay. And well, now I don't want to castle that way, do I? Maybe let's get this bishop out and prepare to castle over here. That seems like a really poor place to put a battery, doesn't it? Also, can't I just... No, if I move the knight here, that undefends the bishop. I'm going to keep defending the bishop with that knight. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to castle queen side this way. No, I'm not. Not yet. Not yet. I'm not worried about this just yet because that square is protected. I can take a free pawn, and this bishop is well defended, so I think that would be okay. Where's that knight aiming? It's not aiming here. It's aiming there, I think. But wait, if I castle and the knight hits there, I'll take the knight, and then they'll get this bishop free. So yeah, I shouldn't castle just yet. I kind of want to take that free pawn. Okay. Well, maybe that was a mistake. But I can go here because my queen defends that, doesn't it? What if I went there? Are they going to take it? And no, they're not. Oh, they're still trying to get after this knight. Well, that is just frustrating. What if I just take their knight? I'm 5 points ahead on material, but I'm having trouble with this bot. I have an open file here with my rook, but that pawn is protected twice if you count the queen behind that pawn. Still not sure I want to castle over there, but maybe I do. I think I do. I want to castle right now and get out of this mess. Why did that step aside? Oh, because of this? Does that win the rook for the queen? Maybe. I don't know. We're about to find out. They just gave me the queen. Okay. Well, I'll take it. And then wow. I am confused by this bot. Attacking the rook. Where's it going to go? All the way back there? Probably a good idea. And now they can't get to this pawn because they don't have a queen or dark squared bishop, and they still have 2 pieces that haven't moved yet. I have some pieces that haven't moved yet, don't I? I can't quite do that yet, but what if I put my queen on d6, which would be another attacker on that square? Let's do that. Can they stop that in any way? Oh, well, they removed one defender from that square, I guess, because now the rook can't see down there, and they've attacked the bishop. Well, that was unfortunate. Oh, and they have freed the rook. Gotta watch out for this sneaky bot, and my bishop's trapped. I'm gonna have to live with that, aren't I? Okay. Let's just let's just trade if they want to. I'm gonna try to get this this knight out over here. Right, like that. Okay. I'm still don't think that's a good idea for them to battery through there this way. I can go here, but what am I aiming at? I'm aiming in there. Knight to c5 aims at e whatever that is. But not just yet, because they'll trade a rook for both of those pieces, I'm pretty sure. But now I can get this pawn. Let's take it. And then we'll get the bishop back here. Oh, well, let's pull the bishop back here. Now the knight is pinned because of this. So I think the king needs to come back to protect the knight. Should I go there again? Because then my queen coming in here would be very, very dangerous. If the king moves out of the way, again, then we would just repeat. I don't want to repeat. Let's go on with my plan of bringing the knight around this way. The rook has moved over here to threaten my rook, I guess. Okay, well, now that there's not 2 rooks pointed at this square, I'm going to check this way and see if they want to do that. They did not. Okay. Well, check this way. Oh, now the knight's not defended. All right. That was embarrassing, wasn't it? Okay, well, let's maybe prepare to pull this bishop out some way or another. That doesn't hurt my feelings at all. I'm going to take this pawn with check from my rook. The king has moved out that way. Can check here. Oh, that's bad. Wow, that's bad. Okay, I can check here, or I can just take that pawn. Let's take that pawn. Check, check. Also have a check down there with this rook, which I think wouldn't force a rook trade. They could get out of check. But let's check here first, which they can block with the rook. They didn't. Okay. I think their rook is hanging out here. What if I just took that rook right now? Wouldn't that be fancy? Okay. Yeah, I am feeling very odd because I feel like I've missed some obvious things in this game, but I'm doing well anyway. So I think Dante just made some serious errors somewhere. I think that's a check, protected by the rook. King has to come up there. I think that was the only legal move. To be careful, I don't want to give up my queen just yet, or at any point. I can go here, I think, to get that bishop, because what's it going to do now? Oh, it took a pawn. Check. And check. 39 moves for Coach Dante, who is rated 1200 from Canada. And that did definitely take longer than I thought it would. Again, I'm going to run the game review and see if I was behind. I felt like I was behind at points, even though the bot opened with a very strange Barnes opening. Was that what it was? Barnes opening that looked like the Bong Cloud to me, which I'm not sure if it's the Bong Cloud because I have never faced the Bong Cloud to my knowledge. Good question, Hikaru. Why does chess.com keep crashing? That's Hikaru, right? Oh, it says it is. Yep, GM Hikaru. Why does chess.com keep crashing? We're sorry, but our database is currently maxed out due to the unprecedented growth of chess. Well, that's not entirely true. The servers are maxed out because they don't have the capacity to handle the unprecedented growth of chess. The unprecedented growth of chess is just something that happened. It didn't cause their database to be inadequate, if we're being clear here. Over the last few weeks, well, no, it's been 2 months now. They need to update this page because it was early January when they started having this problem. We have doubled in traffic in a very short time and are working hard to add more capacity. Please, it said, please be patient. And I was about to read the rest of that sentence, but then it disappeared. Okay, well, let's try to run the game review one more time. And is it going to go this time? All right. All right, the game review has run. It says I played with 86% accuracy. If we scroll up, it says here that I had 0 mistakes, 0 misses, and 0 blunders, only 3 inaccuracies. Now that might be because the bot played so poorly in the opening that I just had an advantage the whole time, which is what looks like happened here, except I had an inaccuracy that took us very close to even again before the bot blundered and gave it back to me. I do want to apologize for being just a little spicy a moment ago. I know chess.com, and to be completely fair, they're running their website better than I play chess. So I will just say that. But chess isn't my job. To be fair to me, chess is my hobby and something I'm just having fun with and trying to get better at. Maybe there's a YouTube channel like this one, where on this channel I'm trying to get better at chess. Maybe there's a YouTube channel where the people who run chess.com are trying to get better at running a website. I would be interested in watching that channel, maybe a couple of times. Or they're saying, oh, we tried this code and the whole server just crashed. And somebody else says, well, why don't we buy more servers? And they argue about it for a little while. Now, on second thought, that wouldn't be that interesting. I thought I had some blunders and mistakes, but it says I did not. So, but I did have a couple of inaccuracies here, and maybe the game review will show me what they are. Yeah, that was it says that's the Barnes opening, and I've played this opening 105 times. Okay, I have to check the opening database for this one. It says, yeah, no, I haven't ever played this. You see this, right? Barnes opening. There are no games with this position found in the database. Let's back up one. I haven't even gotten to F3, E5 ever on chess.com. I haven't even had anyone play F3 against me, according to this database here. So keep in mind when you're going through the game review and it says, you've played this opening 105 times with a 70% win rate. That's what it says right there. It's wrong. Because if you have a free account, I don't think you can access that opening database. But right now I have the, whatever it's called, Diamond, so I can access it. And it said I've never faced that before, which is what I thought. Okay, next key move. That was an inaccuracy. I wondered about that. What should I have done here? Should I have played, oh, I probably should have just played D5, right? Okay, I get that. Next. Okay, that was a blunder, it said, when they played that. And that was best. Oh, well, yeah, because they just gave me the pawn. Okay, that was inaccurate. And that took us back to, wait, where are we? Oh, no, we're way down here. Then how? Yeah, this move is way down here. I was already, even after this inaccuracy, I was at -4. But there was a better move, and it was it the thing I was talking about with the knight? Is that what it was? I don't know. Hint? No, oh, it was to move this pawn first. D5 again. Okay, because that would have covered this, I guess. I don't know. That doesn't look that special to me. But that's what it said was best. And I guess because neither one of us had a center pawn at that point. Well, I mean, I had a center pawn, but it hadn't advanced yet. So it made sense for me to control some center squares with this pawn. But wait, if they took it and I took back, they took here, that would severely damage this pawn structure. Oh, but I wouldn't have to take back. Okay, never mind. If they took and I took and they took, then I could just drop back here and check and then win their bishop. Okay. Yeah, okay, D5's, I should have played D5 to have a -6. That was inaccurate, but I'm still at -6.3. Okay, do not know. Do not know. Hint? I thought I went there to threaten the bishop, but it's saying I should have just skipped the bishop. The bishop's fine where it is, according to Stockfish. I should have just gone ahead and gone up to H5, and that's because that pawn is pinned. This bishop is shooting right through that pawn at the king, so that pawn wouldn't be able to move. And then I don't know what they would do at that point. Probably take the knight. Then I would take this pawn with check, or would I take it with, no, I wouldn't take it with the bishop because they have a whole nother pawn there. I would take this pawn and it would be double check with the pawn and the rook. I guess they would have to go back there, and then I would take this. Okay, H5 was better, it says. All right, I had 2 points better. I don't know. I guess that is an inaccuracy, but it's not that much to bother me, I guess. Next. That was best? Well, that's why I put it there, to take the bishop. Okay. Okay, oh, it says, I played better than my opponent in the opening, but it was sloppy. My opponent played like a 1050 in the opening, despite being rated 1200. And I played like a 1650 in the opening, despite being rated 1300. Again, this is a new section of the game review that I haven't seen before. The last time I saw it, a couple of games ago, it was talking about the middle game, but this time it's talking about the opening. I'm going to switch. I know this video's already gone on 20 minutes. Hopefully I'll edit most of it out, but just for my own curiosity, I want to go back to the opening here and see what the actual evaluation was after that move. And e5 was my best move according to Stockfish. And then it should have played e3 or knight to c3 or e4 even, but it didn't. It played the king out here. Was that a blunder? It didn't count. It only counted that as at -2. We were already at -0.4 something. And when they moved their king out, we went to about -2. So it was barely a mistake, an inaccuracy maybe even. That's where I should have played d5 to take the full center. I should have known that. Just out of opening principles, I would have controlled all 4 of those squares with my pawns. But it was too tempting for me to get the bishop out to check, even though I said that they could block. Okay, well that makes sense. So if you do face something like this weird opening here, if possible, take the full center with pawns, with those 2 pawns, and then get the knights and bishops out. That makes sense. But where's the blunder that put them down -4? Did I miss it? Because we're still at like -1 here. And then when I played inaccurately, we went down to closer to even. It was the bishop. The bishop was the blunder that put us at -4. Oh, and it was my best move to take the pawn then because I had the knight protecting it. Okay. And then the king made it worse by going up there, much worse. And I should have played knight to h5. That's my best move. I wondered about that. But wouldn't the king have gone there to protect the bishop where the bishop's threatening my queen? Let's say I had played this. Wouldn't the king have gone? Yeah, it says the king would go to h4. And now my queen is under threat. So I could play f6. Just for a second, I thought I could play bishop to f2 check, but the king could just move over. So I would have to play f6 to maintain that advantage. And then what would happen? Their best move would be to check me, okay, and then what would I do? Pull this knight back? No, I would just go up there, or up here, with the knight. Okay, well I didn't do that. I was worried, back to what we actually did. When the king went up there, I was worried that if I went here, the king would be able to get my knight and I wouldn't be able to get this bishop and my queen would be in trouble. Well, we made it past the 1200 rated bot. I have to go take one of my kids to the dentist and then hopefully I'll get back and play those 2 others. I've never beaten a bot, I don't think, rated 1600, maybe just once. And I certainly haven't beaten one rated 2000, which is what the highest coach is rated. But I could use a chess coach, a free one. So we're going to do that as soon as I get a chance. We'll see you next time.